G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League today. We're in at the start of Season 3, so as you can see, rank 5, 18 wins, 30 battles. I've got all my other Season 3 games saved in a playlist. I'll link that now, so if you want to check that out, jump in now. Let's jump into the Great League, and I've switched up into Shiftry. So out goes Victreebell, the Shadow Victreebell, and in comes Shiftry, and that just give me a little bit more coverage with its dark type moves, and I do like it better. So Stunfisk on the lead, so pretty standard lead match here. So obviously that's a good win for Stunfisk, so stay in. They obviously have switched out. So the thing you've got to be worried about here is the Sludge Bombs. So obviously they got to that move really quickly, so didn't want to waste a shield there and called that correctly. So they've shielded here, so now I'm thinking this is going to probably be the Sludge Bomb. And it is, and it's a correct shield there, so really happy with that one. Able to get to the next Ice Beam, and hopefully they should be letting this go. So they've not let that go, which is really interesting, and able to switch out into the Shiftry and throw their Sky Attack straight away. So I did commit my second shield there, and then swapped straight into the Stunfisk, and we'll farm the Skarmory down. So obviously I want to put some damage on this, because if it does get to the point where it can switch, I don't want it to be switching out with a stored charge move to come in against my Shiftry later on in the game. So watching that switch clock. So charged up to 2 Rock Slides there, and just a little bit too long because it got another charge move in, but charge up to 2 Rock Slides, so then I can throw a Rock Slide straight away on whatever the next thing is. It is the Toxicroak, so throw that move straight away, take that out. Out comes the Umbreon, really good for me. Obviously, I've got the Azumarill, it's got a small amount of health left, and I've also then got the Shiftry in the back, which will resist the dark type moves. So really good position to be in, and this is going to be fairly straightforward. I'm really hoping it doesn't have the Community Day move Last Resort, because that will make things a little bit more interesting, but it does have to throw energy there to take me out, just because the dark moves is just doing no damage whatsoever. Out comes the Shiftry. They throw straight into a charge move. It is a foul play, so I'm looking good, and then they end the game there because they know it's over. So good first game there, and we'll jump straight into the next one. So obviously, again, leading with the Galarian Stunfisk, gets some really nice matchups on the lead. So the Alolan Raichu, again, is going to be a really nice lead, doing super effective damage there. Expecting to see them switch out. They're not, so I'm just going to throw the Rock Slides there. Obviously, it's going to have the Grass Knot, swaps out into the Hypno, which is exactly why I've got a Shiftry. So those dark moves, expecting a Fire Punch here, so that's why I shield this up. It is the Fire Punch. They're going to get to it quickly. I throw a Leaf Blade, hoping to grab a shield, so charge up to the Foul Play, and then was able to grab an extra shield here. So this is going to be another Fire Punch, but I can sort of tank that first one. I'll over farm just a little bit there. It takes three fast moves to get to a Fire Punch, so able to charge up a little extra damage. Out comes the Alolan Raichu. It's also weak to dark typing, so throw that move there. Out comes a Azumarill, and able to get another charge move off. Honestly, the spamminess of Shiftry is absolutely outstanding. So for this, I'll then bring out my Azumarill just to let them know this game is over, and they end the game. So obviously, Azumarill mirror match, and I was up a shield. There's just nothing that they could do there, so they end that one early as well. So really nice couple opening sets there. Really good. So we'll jump straight into the next one. And so a bit of a more interesting lead, so Meganium on the lead there. So what do you do here? So the thing you've got to really be worried about is the Earthquake from Meganium. If it throws the Earthquake, it will one-shot. I'm pretty sure it one-shots the Galarian Stunfisk. So I shield this up, and it's a nice bait right there. But it does mean that I can throw another Rock Slide and really put pressure on this. So got a shield there, so really happy with that. I'm going to go into 2 shields here, and it is the Earthquake, so that's really good for me. I will throw the next Rock Slide and just pressure its last shield. Able to get the last shield, so that's really good. Decide to throw the Rock Slide there because obviously I was very close. Unfortunately, not close enough to take this out. It is the Earthquake, and there I go. So in comes the Shiftry. It's a really good opportunity to get a little bit of extra farming up on the Shiftry. Out comes the Altaria, and so my question is, what is going on here? Waiting for a switch to happen when I get to Ice Beam, which it does. They switch into Galarian Stunfisk, trying to catch an Ice Beam there. So hold off on that charge move, able to throw the Hydro on the Galarian Stunfisk, absolutely taking that out, and then at that point they know that's good game, so they leave the game as well. So trying for the sack swap, well, not a sack swap, but swapping out, so I threw the Ice Beam and wasted some energy there. I did expect that was coming because there's no reason to hold on with a Altaria versus Azumarill. So this is a bit of a tricky one. So its fast move is going to be what causes damage. All of its charge moves are going to be resisted in one form or another, so there's no reason to shield those up. It is the fast move fighting damage that causes the problem. So I'm going to throw the Rock Slide to bait out a shield and then go straight into a Earthquake, and was able to connect, so that's really good. So no shield here again, just a Rock Slide does absolutely no damage. Able to get to another one of my own Rock Slides, and let's see if they want to go 2 shields in. They don't, so I managed to win switch. So out comes Cresselia, really good for me. Able to get to another Rock Slide, so doing a little bit of extra chip damage. So really good for me. So that Shiftry in the back, so that dark typing is going to be really good in this situation. They switch it in for the Bastiodon. I swap that straight up for the Azumarill here, and I've got 2 shields, so decide to use a shield here and over farm to try and get their last shield. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it, so they correctly called that one. And now I'm just going to go straight Hydro Pump. I figure they're going to save their shield for the Cresselia in the back because they know they need a shield against my Shiftry. So they've got Grass Knot, and they're going to need to throw it again to stop me getting to another charge move. So they dump all of their energy, so absolutely perfect for me. So straight in and going to throw my Foul Play straight away, get the first shield, and then able to get to my second Foul Play before they're able to get to a charge move. So really good for me there, and that's able to KO. So that's a nice match as well. It's another solid match there, and able to take out the Cresselia there. So Shiftry really coming into its own there with its dark and grass typing. So the Bastiodon on the lead is not terrible, not ideal. So obviously you're going to do a lot of damage. Got to be careful of its charge move being the Flamethrower, so go straight for the Earthquake here. Unfortunately, get the shield, and then they switch it out into into the Scrafty there, and it's at this point it can do absolutely nothing. So it's dark and fighting type, both resisted by the Azumarill, so no need to shield, and at this point they've sort of given up, so throw in one attack every so often and just letting me farm that down. So at this point I think they've realized that this is a good game. Up a shield, and also with very good typings for, well, two of their team, and so let's see what's in the back. So going to just farm this one down, and then what is in the back? It is a Wish Cache. So not Yeah, and then so that's absolutely perfect for the Shiftry. To be honest, I probably would have still tried in this game to play it out, but yeah, it was a good game. The Shiftry would have come in and could have absolutely, well, destroyed the Wishcash, being both water and ground type. It gets absolutely destroyed by anything grass, and it can be one-shot by the Leaf Blade from the Shiftry, so there is another good game. So really happy with that as well. So Bastion lead, and they switched that out. So I was able to go 5-0 in that set, which was really, really good. And let's see what the reward is. Torchic. So nothing great there, so move straight on. So obviously running the same team again. We're up in rank 6 now, and let's see how we go. So rank 6 obviously just takes a bit of time, so really poor lead. So I swap into my Azumarill, really hoping to get them to switch out of their Azumarill because I'm not running Play Rough. So in the mirror match, and they are, so that's really unfortunate for me. And not good at all. So no, unfortunately didn't get the switch out, and they've got to Play Rough Azumarill versus my Hydro Pump, so not a good situation to be in. So if I can get to another Hydro, I'm very, very happy with that. Able to get to the next Hydro, and they're going to Play Rough me down here, so absolutely fine. So they're undercharged, which is really smart on their play to get a little bit of extra energy before my next one comes in. Able to get to the Leaf Blade really quickly. We actually did CMP tie there, so they've shielded that up. I will do the same because I will be able to get to my next one really, really quickly as well. Although, because they have an Alolan and Marowak coming in, it's also going to be very, very weak to the foul plays, so I will just throw back-to-back foul plays and take that out. So out comes a Bronzong, and again that's weak to the dark typing, but not going to and then for this, shield this up because it could be the Bulldoze. I correctly call the Bulldoze, throw my Earthquake. Because of the steel typing, this is going to take this out. Shields are down, so that's gone. Out comes the Azumarill, and they leave the game because I'm able to get to my charge move first, too far away. So possibly they are running Play Rough and Ice Beam, and so they know they had no play there against the Galarian Stunfisk in the back. So you really do need Hydro Pump to match the Galarian Stunfisk. And let's move into the next one. So Clefable on the lead's really bad, and I was very slow to the switch there, so this is not ideal at all. Need to be faster to that switch. So obviously Galarian Stunfisk is going to resist the charm damage, so they swap that straight out. Need to be faster on that swap. In this instance, I was able to get to 2 Leaf Blades pretty quickly. The idea and what I was expecting was to get 1 shield and them then let it go, but in this instance they decided to then switch that out. So instead of switching straight away, I've thrown a Leaf Blade. I still do have another Leaf Blade fully charged. In comes the Galarian Stunfisk. I will charge up to 2 Rock Slides before I throw, just to be able to take that out and throw on whatever comes in. So the next thing in is a Alolan Raichu. So going to be very, very weak to ground, so able to one-shot that there with the Earthquake, able to get to another Earthquake on the Galarian Stunfisk, so this has been putting in the work in this game. Now it's time to say goodbye. Although they only had the Earthquake there, so I will switch this out, throw my Leaf Blade, and be able to take this match. So really, really comfortable there. So really good match there for me, and able to take a nice and comfy win. So let's jump into the next one and see what we get. So Stunfisk on the lead versus Azumarill, really, really bad. So straight into the Azumarill and hope they don't have a hard counter. They have a very hard counter. So the Shadow Victreebell with shields, it's going to be able to shield this once and then charge me down before I can get to another charge move. Really unfortunate. Absolute beast when it's got shield. So bring back in the Galarian Stunfisk. My mistake here was not shielding this up. I should have shielded this Leaf Blade every day of the week. So in future, shield the Leaf Blade. Had I shielded the Leaf Blade, this game might have ended, well, slightly differently. They were then able to charge me down without me getting to another Rock Slide, so really, really bad. So that's why you need to shield up your Galarian Stunfisk in this situation. So I over-farmed a reasonable amount there through the Leaf Blade, and then out comes a Bastiodon, and this is GG's. There's no taking this. So unfortunately, this is a foregone conclusion. They won't even need to throw a charge move. They will just farm me down, which they do there with, and have a shield left over. So really, really bad. Would have been really good to obviously shield up against the Victreebell. So really good counters to me there, so not so good. So Stunfisk versus Stunfisk on the lead. So this is an awful match. This is one of my least favourite matches. The shield baiting is real. So yeah, they've thrown a Rock Slide. I've shielded. I've gone straight for the Earthquake. Go straight for the one hit wonder, and they've correctly shielded that. So that not only have I fallen for the bait, they've correctly shielded. So they're going to throw another one. So I'm going to shield up, and this one is the Earthquake. So really, really lucky for me. This time I'm going to throw a Rock Slide. Let's see what I get. Again, I got no shield that time, so really bad for me. So straight in for the Earthquake, and for some reason they did not shield that up. So out comes a Azumarill, so that's fine with me. Able to get to an Earthquake, which is going to be doing quite a lot of damage, and then they're going to, well, throw their energy now, which is absolutely fine with me. Out comes the Shiftry, and here we CMP tied, so I'm going to do something that is really, really dirty there, and do a really dirty swap. Absolutely brutal there. So got the shield, swapped out, and took that energy. So out comes the Skarmory. So the only thing I can think is they thought I had a play rough Azumarill, so they wanted to swap that out. I have absolutely no idea why you would swap out of that match, because Skarmory is such a good counter. So Flyers, good counter, able to charge this down, but I don't want to actually win this match because I don't want them to get to an Ice Beam first. So I let the Skarmory actually take me out so I can get one little bit of energy on my Shiftry, and then we race to see who can get to their charge move first. I'm able to get there first and able to take out the Azumarill. So really good game there, really good game. Happy with that one. So we'll jump straight into the next game. So as you can see there, don't necessarily want to take everything out, especially when it threw its energy. Absolutely perfect. So bad lead for me. So what I want to do here is switch out and into the Azumarill. Unfortunately, they've got a pretty good counter in the Alolan Raichu. It's probably going to be running Grass Knot. I'm able to get to 2 Ice Beams, so they're stacking back-to-back Grass Knots here. So for this one, I will shield this up. So in hindsight, that's not a good shield. I should have just let it go down, because then they're going to throw their energy again, and it's going to Grass Knot and take me out here. So out comes the Shiftry to farm this down, and it's able to get to another charge move. So I will be resisting these, but the Wild Charge does a lot of damage. So out comes the Toxicroak and throws the Mud Bomb straight away. I'm going to have to throw Leaf Blades here. And let's see if I can get to back-to-back Leaf Blades. I am able to get to back-to-back Leaf Blades, and that should be enough to take that out. Out comes an Azumarill in the back, so that's really, really bad for me. Let's hope it's not running Hydro Pump. it is running Ice Beam, so that's actually okay. So not so bad, except I've made a vital error there and thrown a Rock Slide. So Rock Slide is the wrong move. What you want to do is just throw back-to-back Earthquakes. Going to be able to do a lot more damage. Unfortunately, the fast move bubbles are going to be doing enough to be able to fast move farm me down there. So Azumarill in the back, not so great. Able to go 3 out of 5 there, so 8 out of 10's not too bad. Up into rank 6, and my reward was a Machop. So Machop candies are always fine to have. So everyone likes to power up and evolve them, so all good. So I have got a video on how to improve your excellent throws, so if you want to check that out, I'll link that now and you can have a look. Thankfully I managed to get an excellent throw there. The first 2 were a bit trash, but that's all good. So that's my new team running Galarian Stunfisk on the lead, followed by Azumarill and Shiftry in the back. So thanks very much for watching. Hopefully it was useful for someone. See you in the next one. Bye for now.